All right, it's JoJo on the radio in the studio with 5 seconds of summer.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, fan questions, you guys. Some of these are the greatest questions ever. Some of these I'm ashamed to ask, but it's my job to do these things.
Someone's gonna do it.
Natalie says,
Why'd you say that so weird?
That's how she said Nahtalea, and she sort of did a little weird spelling.
That sounds like she fell asleep on the keyboard.
Not to...
Well, Natalie, 5 sauce,
Natalie.
says, song you're most proud of on Sounds Good, Feel Good. Is there one that really just, does it for you?
On what, sorry?
On your album.
On your new album.
I thought I said, did I say the wrong? Sounds Good, Feels Good.
Wait, who's it? I probably Outer Space. We love that song.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It's actually like a kind of an epic song out of space, and it has actually ocean sounds, and then it goes into another song,
Sounds
like a
pretty
small
prog
song.
rock,
It's actually it goes a little bit prog rock for about a minute and a half.
And then the meatloaf moment in Carry On.
No, it's great.
There's a pretty big meatloaf moment.
Like, needs a meatloaf.
For all those kids out there.
How about? I thought you were gonna say some of the famous interludes because you guys are quite proud of
We've
the
got there's a few hit interludes on the
Proud of
album.
the first interlude.
Hit interludes.
Big interlude fan.
They were discussing earlier. We should have a big 5 sauce premiere, and as opposed to playing like "Hey Everybody" or whatever, like "Hey 5 sauce, here's the interlude number 2."
Yes!
Yeah!
I'd be so happy.
Goes for 30 seconds.
That would be radio history. All right,
JoJo.
this is from Hello X Kitten. I'm not sure what she's got going on. Rather have shoulder length hair or foot long beard?
Shoulder length hair.
Shoulder length hair.
Foot long beard.
I think I'm going to go shoulder length hair. I've been trying to grow my hair for a very long time.
Well,
Imagine-
that means I just have an amazing.
Yeah, you
Marketing
Imagine the
image.
respect you would have in the biker community. The bikers would be like,
I don't ride a bike though.
"That's okay. You don't
A
need
push
to."
bike, the push bike community though.
It's pretty.
You could
pivotal
ride a
respect.
push bike and they could be on
What
motorbikes.
about the retirees? That's really where you strive.
Where you'd shine.
Yeah.
What? I'm
What?
19.
We're all drunk. Broken
What?
Scene. We're all
Hashtag.
drunk. I'm just throwing that out there. Hey, at Broken Scene says name 5 cities in the U.S. besides L.A. and New York.
Okay, Chicago.
Boom.
Minneapolis.
2.
Indianapolis.
Wait,
3.
wait, did she say
Balls
not
of
New York?
Fapolis.
Oh,
She said not New York or L.A.
Charlotte.
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 Baltimore?
Dallas.
There you go. 5. Bam. There you
Come
go.
on, we could go all day.
All
All
day.
day.
Pointless Jupiter says this is not really a
Balls
question,
of
just a statement. Pointless Jupiter says you guys are so hot, she would let you punch him in the face. So there you go.
Sorry.
Wait, sorry.
You're
What?
so hot, she would let you punch her in the face.
And the
That's
question
all
of the
that is
day
that.
doesn't
Alright.
go to you.
Is that a question?
More of a statement.
Safety Pin Calm says, I've never asked this question, but it's kind of unique. What do you think about when you're on stage?
Oh.
You know what?
I mean-
It differs.
Actually,
It depends.
I think about some weird stuff, to be honest.
Like you're in the middle of playing a song, but your
I'm
mind is not
actually-
even on the song at
I'm
all.
actually not that focused. It kind of, because we've done it so much now, I'm kind of just chilling. I mean, I look up sometimes, I look around, I look at the weird bugs flying around because we play outside sometimes. I'm looking at the mom at the back there not having a good time on her phone. Looking at the dad, he's rocking out a little too much and it freaks me out sometimes.
It depends. If you're playing a new song, then I mean you're kind of concentrating more. But like if you're on a 6-month tour, you've played 45 shows. You're gonna chill. You're gonna have some weird thoughts come in your head.
Some shows there was like we'd be in the middle of Don't Stop, and I'd be like, man, that sausage and mash at catering was awesome. And then and then there's like a moment where you snap out of it, and then you kind of realize you were just like, oh my god, I was just thinking about sausages. Wait, that sounded weird.
I've had it really bad. Like it gets towards the end of the set, you're like, God, I am starving. I am so hungry.
Oh, it's so hard to play
Sometimes
like
it
that.
comes, but when it's your turn to talk and you haven't been focusing, it all goes wrong.
Hey, guys.
It's like when the teacher calls your name and you're like, oh, what? So it's like, I just picture you now. I'm going to have a total, like you're on the drums
While we're
doing your thing.
playing.
I'm going to be like, what the heck? You
What
don't
is
know what
he
song you're
thinking
playing,
about?
All right, let's go to, Haley Charlton 3 says, your thoughts on the new Star Wars Force Awakens trailer?
Oh,
I didn't see the new trailer. I saw the older ones, but I'm just a little confused at what's going on.
Can I be honest?
Like I don't know if there's Harrison Ford.
Yes.
He's there. There's Chewbacca.
Yes.
And then there's just a bunch of other people.
Princess
who,
Leia.
Can I
there.
just
Is
be
she?
honest?
R2-D2, all
What
that.
is Harrison Ford doing?
He is Han Solo.
Is Han
He's
Solo?
Han-
Is he real or is he like a?
Is he real? Yes,
What do you
he's
mean?
real.
Han Solo
looks
isn't
way young.
real, but
Han
Where's
Solo,
Jabba?
he's grown older.
And
And
where
it's-
is Jabba the Hutt?
where's Jabba?
What?
Where's Jabba?
Jabba? Well, I don't want to. Have you seen all the movies? I guess
Where's
you have.
Yoda?
Yoda. Yeah.
I mean, they're missing crucial characters.
Oh, they haven't released
Jabba's
everything
dead.
yet.
What? What do you mean Jabba's
Did you
dead?
give it away? Everybody knows.
Dead. Everyone knows.
I'm the
Jabba's
Jabba
dead.
girl.
Oh my god! All right,
Hashtag
so yeah,
Jabba
but
girl.
they haven't. They can't release everything in the trailer.
Oh,
What
okay.
about Luke? He's not in the
I
trailer.
don't know.
either.
I mean, you see the lightsaber at the end. It's like everyone just wants to see some lightsabers. Why you got to tease so hard?
I hope it's awesome.
I hope
Didn't
so too.
look awesome to me. I'm just gonna say it. But hopefully it is.
I've
That big
got a-
old guy. Not as good as the old ones, guys.
The old ones were epic.
the parts 4, 5, and 6. God, we're getting off on Star Wars tangent. Oh my God, that changed my life. I have a Darth Vader tattoo. Moving on. All right,
He's mad at you.
Nadia says favorite lyric from the new album. I like this question. Favorite
Well,
lyric
it's in
from
the
the new album.
interlude.
One of
And
the
it's
interludes.
about 23 seconds in. Nothing like the rain when you're in outer space. I like that one.
Oh, I like that one.
Nothing
doesn't
like
really
the
make
rain
sense.
when you're in outer space.
Yeah, I like that. I like that lyric. Is it lyric or lyric? How do you
It's
pronounce it?
lyric.
Lyric?
Nope.
Lyric.
I like the lyrics in Jet Black Heart. I like the
Is there a specific line?
I like the pre-chorus. It says, "Now that I'm broken, now that you know it."
How about you? Anything come to mind?
Pop punk will never die.
I like nothing like the rain when you're in outer space.
Ah.
Hey,
That's
I've
mine.
actually already chosen that.
You gotta lock in a different answer.
Don't lock it in.
Wrong answer. One more question. One more
Hey,
fan
everybody.
question. Caitlin says when she goes places, she collects things like shot glasses or whatever.
Rocks.
Do you guys collect? You collect rocks?
I collect rocks.
No,
No, you don't.
That's
I
a
do. I have a
total
big
lie.
bag of rocks in my.
You don't.
That's
Big
so
fat
that's so
lie.
counterproductive for
You know what?
flying.
You know what? This is just a typical thing of what happened. So we were in it. We were being
have a big bag of
we
rocks.
were being interviewed by this UK TV station, and they gave us a sheet to write down what our favorite things were, and they said, "What is your favorite animal?"
And we said like
and
normal
what
things.
is your biggest fear? Ashton said his favorite animal was a worm, and that his biggest fear were worms. Like,
Because worms in multiple worms are terrifying, but one singular worm is not terrifying.
Details on for people who don't have it already. Which, by the way, it's out. Go get it, or you're a bad person. We already stated that. But
yeah, we did.
Yeah. What do people need to know about the album, especially people who haven't got it yet? Let's talk it up a little bit.
Alright, okay.
But people are calling it the best album of all time. There's,
heard that.
There's my mom said it was probably the best album ever of
Yeah,
all
so did
time.
Mom.
Yeah, that's weird that all of our moms have
You
said
know what?
that
It
it's the best
actually,
album ever.
because
Better,
of the,
right?
because of the time zones, it's actually released in Australia at this point. So my mum's listened to it, and she loved it. My mum loved the album, and
if my mom loves the album, then so will yours.
and so will you.
My mum hasn't listened to it because my mum's iTunes account doesn't operate properly, and never has, and probably never will.
What is wrong with your mom's iTunes account?
I don't know.
Is
she
it
just
her
can't do
account, or
it.
is she doing like she forgot her password?
we have an opportunity to plug our album, and Ashton talks about his mom's iTunes account not
Well,
working.
what I'm saying is, if you know how to work it, you should get it because this album's really personal to us. I know we're in a stupid mood right now,
Right.
but it actually does mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time, put a lot of heart into this one, and we can't wait to play it live either. It's gonna be a real good show next year too.
Any backstories on the album that people haven't heard yet? Some in the recording sessions.
Yeah, I mean
Who'd you work with to write it? I mean, we know these facts, but I'd like to hear it from you guys.
Yeah, we lived in a house together, and that was pretty crazy. We worked hard for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we made sure we wrote the best songs.
Whose
we could.
house? Like
We,
where?
we just rented a house for 3
Yeah.
Michael's house. Listen, we rented a house for 3 months and just like kind of lived in LA and just had a studio in the house and wrote together as a band and like with a few different people like the Madden Brothers and John Feldman from Goldfinger.
You want to know something funny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seal was living in the house before
Oh
us.
Shut the hell up.
Really? I didn't even know that.
So
That's
the bedroom
true.
smelled like Seal.
Like
Do
Seal.
you know
Seal
what
has an
Seal
But you're
smells
dead
like?
serious. Seal was
Seal was living in the place, yeah.
Like literal.
Yeah.
In
Like-
fact, I think I was
the
sleeping in the same bed
animal. Like
Seal
a
slept
seal?
in. So like when I'd sleep in the bed, if there was a groove in the bed, I'm like, Seal's here with me. Seal's here with me.
What would Seal do right now?
What would Seal
So he
do?
rented the house, and then you guys rented it, or he sold it to
I don't-
whoever you
I
were
don't
I
at?
think he left.
I don't know. He doesn't.
We
I
don't
don't
know
know
the ins and outs of the
we don't know
financial
the.
situation.
Maybe you don't want to know these
But
things.
then if the person before, because I heard
I
that
thought
the
it was Kanye.
I heard that the person before us set the pool on fire.
But how do you set a
How would
pool
you
on
do that?
fire?
You know
The
what?
heating.
Yeah, and then we weren't allowed to use the hot tub. I was
Which
gonna say
sucked.
spa, but you say hot tub over here, so I'm just
Hot
I'm
tub.
trying to fit in.
The hot tub.
We
Good old
couldn't
LA.
actually use a hot tub because they said it will you know,
Catch Fire.
Yeah.
Which is one of the tracks on the
One
album.
of the songs on our
So
album.
were there like songs inspired by the inspiration of Seal laying in the same bed?
Catch
as you?
Fire is written about us catching the hot tub of
No,
fire.
that's false.
God, why'd you guys rent this house? I mean,
She's
the hot
She's
tub
kind of
doesn't
hot.
work.
She's kind of hot. That one's about Seal.
Seal's
knew that.
bed groove.
The song called Seal's Bed Groove. It's not actually about Seal's Bed Groove.
It's an
though.
interlude.
No,
As it should be, you know. You know what? If you had time to go back and change the artwork, which you don't because I have it in my hand, but I feel like this, you should have done the Seal interlude.
Yeah, do
I
you
mean,
see the
seriously.
green guy yelling? That should
be
be
Seal.
Seal.
That's the
Yeah.
dude.
That would be.
No, the album's basically written because we toured for like a year and a half, 2 years, and then we had a month off. You know, had some time to think about what actually happened on the first album. Because it all happened so fast. So we had a month off to chill and think about what actually happened, and then went into that house for 3 months and wrote about, you know, that's exactly how we were feeling at that point in our lives, you know. So that's basically what it's about.
All right, in the studio with 5 seconds of summer. Of course, the album is out. Sounds good, feel good. You better go get it. The track, Hey Everybody. Give me everything I need to know about Hey Everybody. Start to finish.
Hey Everybody was written with a man called Joel Madden and some dudes called Monsters and Strangers. And I remember looking Joel in the eyes while he sung this melody at me, and I was playing this guitar riff. And he really just looked into my soul, and I was quite scared at the time.
It's scary. But him and Benji do it so well. Like
Yeah,
Joel
they
and
do.
Benji, they do this thing where they'll come in to like write a song, and they'll just stare each other in the eyes for like half an hour.
Like
while
at
they,
each other? The two
Yeah,
brothers?
just like look at each other. It's really scary.
It's hard enough to come between like two band members in a writing session, but they're twins in a band,
Yeah.
you know, so it's quite a very strong
I
bond.
love how they do that. If anyone out there listening knows anything about the Beatles, John and Paul used to look each other in the eyes and come up with the best melodies they could. They would sit across from each other and look at each other.
And like
Benji and
eye
Joel,
contact, like really intense.
And watching Benji and Joel do that, super cool. It's like,
It's almost trying to beat each other,
Yeah.
in a good way though.
it's definitely a thing.
It's borderline creepy too, though. You know?
Yeah,
but,
but
I guess it works. You know?
It's like
Starts to
electric.
get sexual.
Next time they come in, I'm gonna give them a good stare down and see if I can get that same kind of whatever out of them.
This one,
All right, there it is, man. 5 Sauce. Once again, they will be at our KIIS-FM sold-out Jingle Ball tomorrow, Hollywood and Highland. The free show starts about 5:30, but get there early or you're screwed. I think it says it on the actual flyer there. The album, of course, yeah, like I said, it's out, and this is one of them tracks, man. Hey, everybody, 5 Seconds of Summer, fellas. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
5 Sauce, you guys.